Hello. Welcome to the Bold Women Podcast. I don't know why I'm saying it in this low voice. My name is Maria Weiler. I'm here with my friend Meryl.
Hello.
How's your day today? Have you had a long drive home? Okay, I was trying to channel my Delilah from the 1990s. Welcome to Bold Women Podcast, guys. Meryl, anything you want to tell our listeners?
Oh yeah, we got some social media, I guess.
haven't
I
watched
was
that.
just busy jamming out to this song.
I do love our
This
intro.
really makes my hips want to get going. Just swaying around.
Okay, Shakira. Check our social medias out.
Carry
That's what we were gonna carry on.
That's what we were gonna say. We're on Instagram primarily. I do have the TikTok.
The TikTok.
It's not the TikTok, but I meant to say I was meaning like I have the TikTok account. I haven't really done much with it. I did not delete it when everyone said that it was going to get banned, and then when it got banned for a week and then they brought it back, our account is still intact.
Mine is not. I cannot get it.
Well, sorry about it.
Well, I was supposed to watch my pimple popping videos.
Oh, ew. You can find that on Reels, I'm sure.
Well, I do, and YouTube has great shorts on that. It's like a dopamine release. I
don't know
love
how
watching
that's
it.
possible.
There's certain ones, like the lip ones are probably my favorite because it's like the way that they pop.
Ew.
Anyways,
Oh, that is so disgusting.
it's not disgusting. It's a real thing. I've actually looked at on Amazon.
I'm going to need to give my sister a trigger warning before
Oh yeah, sorry.
she listens to this, if she does.
Sorry about that. But there's there's like these little fidget toys that you can like in essence like helps you feel like what popping pimples would, but so you don't do it on your own skin. Like they're picky pads is what they call them, and they're different things like that. I've looked at those.
Oh my gosh, that is
Go to Amazon and type
foul.
in picky pads.
No, thank you.
Okay.
No.
Guys, welcome to our season catch up.
This is the episode where we kick back, relax, and talk about the most random
Random
things
things.
possible. But hey, we actually
You know, we have
today we were asked by a fan to our friend Kristen.
we see you, Kristen. See?
Yeah. Why'd you bring it up? Oh my gosh, I can't believe you like that or look at it.
Well, no, this isn't like the holy things.
No, it's very reminiscent of the clusters.
Okay, now I can't.
I am
unsee it.
covering my face.
Okay. Thank you, Kristen, for the topic idea. We're gonna go back.
Whoa. I almost had a meltdown.
She almost had a whole meltdown.
Was
Call her
covering-
some. Call her
covering?
ice cream. She's about to melt.
Oh, wow. If there's any men that are listening to this show, Maria is your
You
gal
know-
for the dad jokes. She's single.
You don't have to think of them.
She's ready to
I
mingle.
got you.
If you're tall, dark, and handsome, come on with it.
All right. So, Kristen.
Reach out to us in the DMs because I'm the one that manages that, so I'll probably be the one responding and being like, "Oh, tell me more.
Tell me more."
I will vet you thoroughly."
She will thoroughly check your Instagram handle.
But Kristen was like, "Hey, you guys should do what you think is in or out
Ooh.
because people have done this, I guess. So we're gonna do it."
Okay. So, I thought this was like in and out for us as individuals, not necessarily like what we think is in and out.
Yeah,
Okay.
like this is what's in and this
For
is
you.
what's out.
Yeah. Okay. That's how I did
My
it.
list. Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Because I
got a
thought you were
list.
talking about like in general. I'm like, oh, I would have done it differently.
I've got a list. Maria's got a list.
Do you want to share your list first?
Should we? Okay, here's what
Okay.
I'm thinking. Do we do the ins first and then we both go through the outs?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. Also, I wanted to tell you guys before we were recording, Maria and I were talking about groceries, and
Oh, this blows my mind. Go ahead.
I've made it. I don't know if I should get a ribbon or something
I
for
don't think you
recognition,
should.
but I have made it 38 years on this earth without stepping foot into an Aldi.
Which blows. I was like, that's where I get all of my groceries. Like all of my main basic, like I go there first, and then whatever I can't get there, I'll venture onto the specialty stores.
I've been to a Trader Joe's, which is technically owned by the same company. Like they have the
But-
same parent company.
More expensive.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I've never been in an Aldi.
So
Anyway,
even as
I was
though, like,
complaining about
annoying-
produce.
As the annoying as the quarter in the cart thing, it keeps them from having to like ultimately like keeps breaking down costs to help keep food cheaper.
I don't see it, but anyway, if that's their philosophy and they're doing great, then good for them. I was upset because I was just
Would you be upset to have to bag your own groceries too?
no. I worked. My first job was at a grocery store. I know
It
how
was
to
at
bag
Fairway,
groceries.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I know.
You
how to,
were a Fairway girl.
I know how to properly bag groceries.
Were you there when they had to wear the black ties?
The little black bow tie?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That went away. I hadn't been working there for too long before somebody else bought it.
Okay.
Before my friend Tyler's dad bought it.
Tyler's dad bought Fairway?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they bought it, but he was like the GM.
Whoa.
He was the new GM for the store.
Did I know that?
Yeah, should have. That's why he had the cool Hyundai.
He did have the cool Hyundai.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
Does Hy-Vee still do ties? I remember in Hy-Vee, when you worked Hy-Vee, you used to have to wear like
I think
tie.
they wear polos.
no.
Yeah.
There is a helpful
I-
smile in every aisle.
Yeah, I think the guys in the meat department wear button-ups, but that's pretty typical of
Meat
people who work
department
in that and like the deli area and stuff like that. I think everybody there does, but I don't know. I think I've seen people in polos, pullovers.
Okay.
But anywho, I was complaining about the price of
Produce.
produce, and I was like, I might as freaking well go to Costco. I was doing my grocery shopping, and then I went to Costco, or I went home after I went to Hy-Vee. Employee owned in the Midwest. It's a big chain, if you didn't know about it.
Yeah. Where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Hy-Vee. Shop Hy-Vee. That was a little jingle.
What was Fairway's jingles?
I don't know that they had one.
Your neighborhood market?
I don't know that they had one.
You worked there.
How would I know? I just wanted to work the cash register. I got so good at memorizing the produce codes. Man, I would like test
Did you?
myself.
Bananas are 411. Or what is it?
I don't know. I don't
Isn't
remember.
it
now.
4111 or something like that?
I don't know.
4011?
Save this way at Fairway. That's a year ago, so probably not. That's probably old.
Well,
yeah, it's
we
a
can't
brand
find it.
new commercial. Anywho.
No, we don't want to know the brand new. We want to know what it's been for a while.
Yeah.
Anywho, okay.
Anyway,
So Kristen's request.
I just need to finish my statement.
Okay, go ahead.
And I was really upset because I was planning to go to Costco. Next thing I know, it's 6:12 p.m. And I was like, dang it, freaking Costco's closed at 6 p.m.
This was a Sunday.
on a Sunday. Why, Costco? Why? So now I got to go on a Monday. I'm not really
she is
thrilled about it.
distraught.
Not thrilled about it. I'm going there straight
If it's
after
anything,
this.
Aldi is open until 9.
Ew.
So
I don't know. I don't know.
maybe I'll take you
Maybe
in
I'll
there
just-
with me sometime. You don't have to buy anything, but you can walk in and observe.
I don't know. My sister has bought stuff from there. She always buys stuff from there, so I know what's there. But
Yeah.
no, I just don't know. I don't know, guys.
Okay.
So you think I'm completely ridiculous? You should tell us. Anyway,
chats pop off.
in or out?
This is the one comment that we have that has the most feedback is when you're like, guys, if you think I am, let me know. Now we get all.
And
now we
everyone's
get
gonna
the
be like,
comments.
Meryl, you're
You're
insane.
nuts.
All right. Well, okay. I tried to keep it short because this list, both
Could
these lists, the ins and outs could have just
I
gone
had to.
on
cu-
forever.
I had to cut.
Yeah.
Too.
I found 10. See, that's funny. I found 10 things that are in and 12 things that are out.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, so I did in skinny jeans. And then I said they were never fully out. Millennials boldly and courageously held tight to their choice of denim.
Good commentary.
Because there's already
They're already coming
they're
back.
already coming back. It's like they were gone for a couple of years.
That's it.
There you go. And it's because we took a stand.
You're
We
like,
took
we're
a
not
stand.
buying all this new denim.
I'm proud of you all. I'm proud of all of you millennials that have held on to your skinny jeans and kept wearing them despite the pressure. Okay, and then I said, and then further, the mom jeans, the straight leg the wide leg are also acceptable.
I do love a good wide leg jean.
I like a good straight leg. I think it's very,
Yeah.
I was wearing a pair today and I was like, man, I really like these. I need to get some more just straight leg.
I need to up my denim. My denim's not good right now.
You know what? Okay, well, it's on my list of being out, I believe.
Is it?
Oh, yep, I put it in there. Okay, never mind. I'll save that
Okay.
comment for later. Okay, 2. What else is in? Housewives and stay-at-home moms.
Oh,
Let's go.
okay.
Our education is in the toilet. So, props to all of you homeschooling moms that are actually giving your kids A, proper education, and B, life experience along with that, so that when they are done with school, they're out there ready to face the world.
And they're not.
And they know how to deal with a budget. Hopefully that's part of their education.
Oh, this was really cool. On that note, I was talking with a lady today at work, and her daughter's school has a class that every child is required to take by the time they graduate that goes into what is credit, how is it formed, how do you pay off student loans, what does debt look like, what does debt long-term look like, how do credit cards work, how do you, like, it's a required class. How do you purchase a home? What do mortgages look like?
A private school?
No, it's a public school. It's a small public school in Mississippi. And it's a required class for all their students.
Well, that's a shock.
I know. She was like, I never heard anything like it. It's a very small public school, but I was like, that's awesome.
We learned how to budget. We learned how to balance a checkbook in home ec.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
We got nothing. I was like, I never learned about student loans until my exit interview when I saw how much I owed when I left college. And I was like, I got to pay. I thought I had scholarships. And they're like, you did.
Yeah, my dad taught me stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all right.
All right.
Moving on.
These are your ends.
Yes. Corporate go-getters.
Okay.
You guys are also in. For the gals that just want to go get it, go get it.
Go get it.
I know. That's probably like the most feminist thing I will ever say. But truly, if you're so passionate about like your job and you just want to crush it, take it to new heights, do whatever. I mean, go do it. It's great. Good for you. I love it. We love it.
We love it.
We love a motivated gal.
We do.
Gosh. What a Gen Z thing to say. Sorry. All right. Staying curious.
Good one.
In these trying times, I think it is best to always pause and stay curious.
I wish you guys could see your face right now.
Listen to what somebody is saying fully. And then you can make up your mind and go, okay.
Ask questions.
I agree or don't. Yes. I have found that has served me very well to because I take that approach to a lot of things.
Because I think a lot of times people say things, but there's a reason why they're saying, especially even too, if it's like really
there's always an angle. Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's like, well, what did you really mean by that? Because it's
part of that has to do with accepting that you're not the smartest person in the room all the time. So,
yeah,
it's just a good way to.
On that note, shout out to Luis, my old nurse who used to give me IVs. I don't know if I've ever mentioned him on here when I was going to Restore, but he said the quote wrecked me. He goes, I never learn when I'm talking.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Moving your body.
Very in.
Yep. Exercise, fitness. We're getting older. And if you're younger, guess what? Your age is coming for you too. So
what did I read the other day? It was like once you're in your 40s,
moving.
like that's where it starts to become pivotal at this point. Like it's now going to determine whether you end up in the hospital sick the rest of your life or you have
with
a healthy
Alzheimer's.
Life. Yeah. Like it will come at some point.
Yeah. Dressing up.
Yes. Capital UP.
UP in all caps. I need to do more about this, but I wear sweats all day pretty much when I work from home. But there was something when I was writing this list out, I was like, man, I really want to revamp like my wardrobe. I got rid of like all of my professional clothing and everything during the pandemic when everyone was like had to work from home if you could. So it was like
same.
So now I just have a boatload of athleisure, and then I got a job that was like, hey, you got to come into the office a couple days a week, and I was like, oh crap.
Had
to And even then, I mean, I go in there and I close the door to my office, and I'm in there mostly by myself.
But still, it's
But
that
yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, still, I it's important to dress up. It's a confidence booster.
It really is.
Yeah. We're doing a girls' night coming up
Yeah.
at the time of this recording.
Yeah. I'm very excited for it.
Me too.
Oh, and I heard a quote once too, and someone said like, I am, hold on a second. Actually keep reading, then I'll think of it.
Cutting ties with all behaviors and patterns that do not suit you.
That's a good one.
Oh my gosh. What was I listening to today? I was listening to one of Jerry Flowers' messages. It was the firefighter series. Gosh, I wish I could remember it.
I'm still trying to remember this quote. We're in the same boat.
It had something to do with this though, but it was so good. He's so good. Listen to that series. Listen to all of his series. He's just a good pastor to listen to.
I remembered the quote.
Okay, go
I
on.
will be addressed how I dress.
Oh, okay.
And it was in essence that way of like how I like take care of myself will be how I am, like people will address me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Man.
You'll think of it when you're not trying to think of it.
Exactly.
Feel free. You can interrupt at any time.
Because it was called Firefighters, and it was basically just saying like, I don't know, it was beautiful. Anyway, I'll think of it at some point. I'll look it up when. No,
Okay.
I don't know that I can because I would have to listen to it again, and I can't do that while we're sitting here chatting.
You can't.
Okay, and then last three, pretty easy. Not excessively drinking alcohol, learning new skills, and cooking. All those things are in.
I love those.
How about yours? What are yours?
So I have 12 ins and 11 outs.
Whoa. I made efforts to not read through these. I just hearted your response.
Okay.
Because I was like, I want to have
hear
some surprise.
Okay. So in one kind of falls along the lines of you're like dressing up more because I was feeling the exact same way where I'm doing my hair more and like daily jewelry, like little ways to make myself feel put more together. Because same, I work from home most of the time. I'm in athleisure.
Okay.
Whatnot. Number two, putting on makeup and making myself prep for the day, like actually putting myself together. So I guess that could have been one.
Yeah.
Number three is rebuild a new gym routine.
Okay.
Making sure that just keeping that, like making sure that I find what works in the season.
These are kind of like goals that you've got here.
Well, ends. Okay. Pushing myself to grow in my business sense or smarts, work on potential entrepreneur ventures. Number 5, I was really proud of these as you're laughing. Okay.
These are like, I know they're great, but these are personal goals that Maria has.
Well, they're in. I hope they're in.
Okay, well, yeah, like, okay, but saying something is in is like what I said. Skinny jeans.
Okay.
In should not apply to everyone when lunch in the sun with Holly is listed.
Yeah, that's my in. I'm gonna have lunch in the sun with Holly.
That's a goal.
I feel like it's an in. I'm really confused.
Are you aware of like trends, like what trends are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's in. Like what's in, what's current.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, so these are my
Anyway,
goals
we'll
for
go
the-
over Maria's goals.
So my number 5 in is for myself focusing on the radical grace and love of God. Number 6, using a water pick on my teeth.
Okay, everyone should use well, I use the soft
The
picks.
flossers.
The soft picks.
Okay.
I don't use the flossers. They
use
freaking
it.
those things will cut my gums.
You use the Christmas tree looking ones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 7, put myself in more networking situations. Number 8, continuing to expand my sneaker collection.
Kristen, I hope you were listening to this and laughing because this is so funny.
Hey,
I love it. We love this.
Continuing
going.
to expand my sneaker collection. I love sneakers so much, and I love shoes. I always say it is genetic. I get it from my grandfather to my mom, my brother, and we all have obsessive shoe collections.
Okay.
Number 9, taking fashion risks, trying new things. I'm loving currently all the bold colors and scarves lately, the use of scarves.
Scarves.
Yeah.
Did you hold on to ones from the 2000s?
No, not like that kind of scarf. More like the bandana size where you would tie them around your neck and they look cute, or you can tuck them into
Like
dress
silk
shirt,
scarves?
like silk scarves,
Okay.
and like even tying them around.
Have
your
you bought
head.
any?
I have a couple.
Oh.
From that I had. I just don't wear them. I have a lot. I'm just.
Okay,
I have a lot of
fancy.
things that my foot just.
Oh,
hit
I
that
know.
neck.
I've moved you twice.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm trying to use more of what I have.
Okay.
Number 10, lunch in the sun with Holly. I would like to make a frequent thing. The other day I did it and I sat just in the sun and I put her leash on my ankle and I just laid there and I got sun and she was just looking over the pond and we just
Okay.
had a grand old time.
So for those of you without pets, lunch in the sun, that is in.
Lunch in the sun is in.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 11 is in saying no and not feeling bad or have to give a reason.
No isn't a reason.
No is a reason.
Yeah.
Um,
Love it. Love that.
And then number 12, drinking more water and taking my suppies.
Oh, there you go. That is good. Everyone should do that.
Those are my ends or my goals.
All right.
Okay.
I like it.
Your
Right.
outs. I can't wait to read my outs now.
I think your outs are kind of in line. I was skimming over them.
Okay.
Out.
Out.
Feminism.
Okay. My chair is
Small flower print patterns on clothing.
Oh, I had a small flower print swimsuit back in the day.
Exactly. How old were we? 10? I don't want to be buying.
25.
Okay. I'm thinking about the 90s.
Okay.
I'm thinking about how trendy that was to have like
It was.
small, like the small dainty floral patterns all over
It
everything.
was a very trendy thing.
And I don't know about anybody else. Maybe this is how other generations have felt, but I now feel this if that is the case. But like, I wore some of this stuff, like the small flower print patterns.
Yeah.
I have a picture of my 5th grade picture. I was in a shirt with flowers all over it.
Well,
I don't want to, I'm a grown woman. I don't want to dress like a child. You know what I mean? Like, that
Yeah.
is very reminiscent to me of like childhood.
Childhood.
It is like wearing
Okay.
tiny floral patterns.
Okay.
I was adventurous when I was younger. I did wear colors. And then I wised up.
What happened?
I stopped being able to tan and I got
When did that
smarter.
happen?
I don't know.
I feel like maybe we should go back to that. That could be. Because
Maybe
you did
puberty.
probably.
Maybe puberty did something.
Yeah. Mm.
I could tan when I was a kid. I mean, there's
Just not
pictures of me that like I have like
Semi-tan?
Yeah.
You had a
Mm.
little color on you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. Okay. Keeping the peace when it wrecks yours.
Mm.
That's out. People pleasing, out. Lack of boundaries, out. Accepting the bare minimum or not educating oneself on what the bare minimum actually is when it comes to dating.
That's a good one.
Okay. 50-50.
Oh, hundo.
Let men be chivalrous.
Yeah, that's
Just let them. I know that you can buy your own dinner. I know that you can pay for whatever. I know that you agreed to go on the date, but if you were invited, he can pay for it. And if he can't pay for it, he shouldn't be going on a date. And you should never talk to that man again.
I heard this said too. This was something it was talking about like in marriage too, and I've heard some different quotes, but about like how it's 100 in and 100 in.
Yeah.
And not that like, and even in times like when
Two
you
become
can't give
one.
100, but like you're having conversations of like, I got 80 today. I need you to meet me with at least 20. Like, but you're having
Yeah.
those, but you're giving, each person's giving everything, not half of what they.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hate that. I hate that. I think that gives people an excuse to not put forth effort. It's just not good.
Mm-hmm.
Women, you are the prize. Why did we forget that? You are the prize.
I think there's a hard part too, like in that on the flip side of even now of showing women, like I don't think women know how to let men be that way to an extent.
Yeah, you do. You just shut your mouth and don't say, "Oh, I'll pay for that." You pull out your lip gloss, put it on as the check comes, or you go to the restroom and let him pay the bill. That's what happens.
I'm saying like as a whole though, like where, not saying every situation, but like in a way of,
that's because we've been
where-
conditioned
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm
believe
saying.
that, like, I mean, we were talking about this on our
or
modern indoctrination of our daughters episodes.
Yeah.
But that's the issue. That's one of the issues. This is a byproduct of that
Yeah.
of that problem.
Because I know there's times like in my life too, where I've been, and think
I
I've
don't know
shared
why
this
I'm
story.
getting so fired up about
She's
this.
getting fired up.
I just casually wrote it down, and now I'm looking at it. I'm like, it just makes me so mad to look at it.
Well, and I know, like, for me, and this is something that, like, I've struggled with, and when I was married, too, I remember my husband had to sometimes say, like, let me be the man, and I would remember being like, I'm just being helpful, but, like, learning that.
Let me rephrase that, because he didn't say that in a healthy way. What it was is what it should be, because I had to tell myself this a lot.
Yeah.
Because I, in my relationship, always had to, I felt like I had to just take care of things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wasn't going to get done.
Yeah,
or if it
that's
did
how-
get done, it wasn't going to get done right.
Yeah.
But I, in dating, have, not kidding you, have even had to like verbally say it out loud to myself as let him be nice to you.
Mm-hmm.
Let him just be nice.
Yeah.
Let him take care of it. Because if you've got your hands all over everything, then he can't be a man.
Yep.
You know?
I agree.
And
I
I
agree.
think that was just not your situation.
Was different.
I think that was just a way to like put you down, because he knew that stuck to you.
Well, and
Because of course you're being helpful. You're just trying to be helpful.
yeah.
Duh.
Well, and I remember telling, like, conversations that we had with it, too. I was like, I've literally my whole life, and this is not, I'm a tall, strong lady. I'm not saying that, but, like, I've always been, hey, Maria, we need your help. Hey, Maria, we need your help. Out of, like, even in situations that, like, typically a
Yeah.
woman wouldn't necessarily hop in and help in.
Yeah.
Solely based off of that.
Mine has been out
So-
of just survival mode, that it's like, if it doesn't get, like, there was also
Oh,
something
and some of that, too.
that I thought about too was, you know, if I ask for something
Mm.
and you don't respond, or you don't do it the first time, or you don't do it when I ask for it, then I'm going to go do it. Like,
Yeah.
you basically get one or two chances to communicate to me in more or less words that you're not going to do what I'm asking or requesting of you. And so therefore I'll just immediately take the reins and then just go do something, because I have a real hard time. This is something I am currently also struggling with. Like, I have a hard time asking for something and then
The waiting in between.
giving the person the opportunity to just go do it.
Yeah.
And
When it's not done, like, on your
when
timeline.
it's not done on my timeline, yes.
Yeah.
It's incredibly frustrating, but that's an area I've got to learn in. But
Yeah.
Anywho, that's strayed from 50-50.
Okay. We'll go on number 8.
Hating on men. That is so
Huge out. Huge out.
If you are dating men, if you are having sex with men, then you need to not hate them.
100%.
Okay?
100%.
If you hate them and you truly want to continue hating them, don't engage, don't sleep with them, just leave them alone. Just don't be mean.
Quit being mean to men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
The hater beans are going to come for me on that one. This one. This is so out. I can't even believe it was ever like a thing.
Oh, yeah,
and it
this one does kinda
still
bother me.
just permeates. Recording oneself crying and then posting it to social media. And my next sentence, this has never been in, so people really need to stop it. Exclamation point.
Exclamation.
There is nothing more cringe scrolling through reels than watching people record, like watching a reel where someone's crying. Even if it's meant to be like uplifting, it's like, dude, you seriously thought to like pull out your camera and
While
turn
you're in the
on
middle of a breakdown.
and turn on the waterworks in the middle of your incredibly emotional moment and thought, this could get some likes. Like, what? Why?
Or the ones that with the, like, if I've seen some too where it's like they're posting their excessive amounts of grief, and I'm like, oh man, when I'm in those states, like the last thing I ever want to do is have somebody see me in it. But
No kidding. I
don't
am
know.
at my most hideous when I am that emotional.
Oh, I'm ugly.
Yeah. I don't want
know.
people to see what I look like when I'm crying. That is only for close friends and family when something really sad is happening. That is not reserved for the world. I may feel more passionately about this one than the 50-50.
The next one?
No, this
Or the
just
number
recording yourself
yeah.
crying.
I feel like as the list is going on, you are getting more and more passionate about what you dislike. Because you were just popping out the first ones. And now you're on dissertations of explanations of.
Yeah. Okay,
of
keep
your
it moving,
ones.
Wilson.
No, you're good.
Electric vehicles.
You don't like the EVs?
Let me get on my perch. Excuse me.
The hand motions right now, I am done with.
Yes. Hate to break it to you, but if you think that electric vehicles are cool, awesome. If you think they should be required for everyone because it helps with green gas emissions, I'm going to need you to take several seats and educate yourself on how much pollution is caused with the creation of the cobalt battery. The amount of pollution that is caused in other countries, of course. We don't see it here in the U.S. because we use slave labor so that it's cheap to get it from the mines in Africa and wherever else. But that, some of the biggest offenders are over on that side of the ocean. And guess what they're doing? They're creating the parts for electric vehicles. By the way, also research how long it takes for a cobalt battery to break down.
They don't, do they?
It takes
Or like ever?
an incredibly long time. So if you think about it, how often do you have to, let's look this up because I forgot to do my research on this part.
I was just about to be like dissertation loading.
Yeah. How often
Do you want me to Google it while you're...
does one need to replace EV battery? How often do you need to replace it? 10 to 20 years or 100,000 to 200,000 miles. Okay. So every 10 to 20 years, you've got how many millions or thousands of people dumping that crap? Not to mention
Yeah.
what happens when those batteries break down.
Pros and cons to both.
Pros and cons to both.
Yep.
But I will say also that the infrastructure in the United States is not set up properly for electric vehicles to be a part of every household.
I saw a reel the other day.
Not to mention the fact that they're not good for road trips. Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, because you can't, you have to stop.
Good luck having to drive 500 miles and then you come across a small town that has, one charging station? Ask Theo Vaughn. He talks about it on his podcast.
I love Theo Vaughn so much.
I think it was on his podcast. What was it? This past weekend? Is that what it's called?
Is that what it's called?
I think so. But he was talking about driving his, he has a Cybertruck. And
does he really?
Yeah.
I know that.
People give him crap for it all the time. He's like, I like it. I think it's cool. Like, whatever. And good for him. He likes that.
Right.
But he found driving around, he was driving around in the South. He was in like Mississippi and some other places. But he was talking about how, some of these small towns will have like one or two like electric stations that you can charge. And they're not superchargers. So you can sit there for an hour and you get barely an hour, of charging or whatever, appropriate to drive for an hour or whatever it is. You just don't make it very far. And even the superchargers, he was like, even those, like you have to sit there for freaking 45 minutes or whatever, at least. And I'm so impassioned about this also because I look at, there is a Tesla charging station outside of the grocery store that's right by my house.
Yeah.
So they have like 10 parking spaces with all the chargers or whatever. Constantly full. It's just constantly full of people. And I'm like, and I say this almost every time. My husband probably is driven nuts by me saying this, but I'm like, look at how much time everyone is wasting their lives just sitting. Just sitting. waiting for their car to charge up.
I saw a reel the other day, and it was a guy went out of his house. And
If you're nerdy, you love tech, and you love EV vehicles, cool. But I don't think it's just for everyone. That's all I'm going to say.
It's on my out list. But
Yeah.
no, this lady pulled up and just plugged her car into this dude's house on the side, and he came out, and he's like,
Oh,
what
yeah,
are you
I've seen
doing?
that.
And she's like, I need to charge. I can't go. And he's like, you're on my house.
Yeah, private property, lady.
And she was like, well, I'm going to call the cops. He's like, please
Call them.
Please
You're using
do.
my utilities.
You're literally using my utilities.
You're stealing.
Yeah. And she was like, I need to charge. He's like,
Get
"Stop."
out of town.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's also, sir, you should have that inside your garage, not outside of your house.
Well, it was one of those like just external ports that has the cover thing over it. And she,
Exactly. You should have had that installed inside his garage that's closed.
well, maybe he didn't, maybe he bought it and it was already out there.
Maybe.
All right. You're number 11.
Yeah, let's keep moving. 2025 fashion trends.
Okay.
Future forward, which is basically saying, let's try the early 2000s again, and not enough people were traumatized by it.
Go on.
If you know what I'm talking about, just look at all of the fashion that's inspired by The Matrix. And it's just, yeah, just type in, type in like future forward fashion trends.
Okay.
It's disgraceful. Yeah, look at that. Who's wearing that? No
I
one's
like
wearing
this.
that to work. That's not future forward. That's like the guy in the leather freaking vest thing down there. Second row.
This
There,
guy?
Yeah. Who's wearing that? No one's wearing that.
I
And not
think
to mention
Meryl and I
everybody's
may
wearing.
differ on this. I mean, I don't like all these,
No.
but go on. Keep going on your.
My last one. No. 2025 fashion brands. Fruit inspired aesthetic.
Oh, I like this.
So in the comment, it was like, I was reading an article that was like, strawberry girl is giving way to cherry girl. Just another, and in my opinion, I hate that. It's just so stupid. It's a stupid way to say burgundy, and then other shades of deep red are in, as opposed to saying bright red is no longer in. Cherry is in.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about this cherry sweater?
Dumb. Sailor chic. I think that's stupid.
Oh, I was a big fan of that for a long time.
Yeah, you probably would be.
I liked the
Horizontal stripes are not for everyone.
No, they are not for me, so I'm glad I'm out of that. But I do like a good high waist navy pants with buttons.
They tend to make you look wider, those horizontal stripes.
I like this too. Like this is cute.
Oh, you going to wear that out for brunch, the dress?
Maybe,
Not. No, you're not.
but
You're
I
wearing your
don't like
athleisure.
this. I don't like this little square thing.
The pleated skirts and
Yeah. I have
Whatever.
a pleated skirt.
I did have a pleated skirt. I
I have a
actually gave it
couple.
to a friend, but
Okay,
I just don't like it. I don't like it.
that's okay.
I don't
It's
want
your out list. It
Yep.
can be whatever you want.
Denim on denim, aka the Canadian jumpsuit.
There's some denim on denim I love.
No.
Okay,
The only
that's on
people that are
Meryl's
allowed
out.
to do that are ranchers. They're the only ones. Real cowboys are allowed to do denim on denim. Nobody else.
See, like I love this outfit.
I hate it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That-
Can you not get more creative? You just got to throw denim on denim.
Well, it's got like the little belt, and then I don't love all denim on denim, but some I do like. I feel like this is cute. That whole vibe.
I hate that wash.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about this? I'm just kidding. That was a
You know
joke.
how I feel about it.
I know.
Anyway, they're played
Or-
out. And I'm saying stop trying to make them happen. Oh, also barrel denim. There it is.
Barrel denim.
Yeah. The barrel pants. Why are we trying to make people look bow-legged?
I think if they're done right, they can look cute. I also know you and I have very different.
We have very different
Different
tastes in
tastes.
fashion.
Can I?
No one needs a pair of barrel pants.
I really enjoyed Kendrick Lamar's Grammy outfit, which was denim on denim. thought it was gonna. You hate that?
Only cowboys.
Okay.
Only cowboys. And then you're wearing dress shoes with it? What are you doing, dude?
He's at the Grammys. He's got to be fancy.
No, he doesn't. Adam Sandler wears
Just
like
kidding.
shorts and a t-shirt.
Just kidding.
Thank God. Someone normal.
Any rate.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, and then 12, the last one. 3D printing food.
I have never heard of that.
Yep.
Are people doing that? Like,
That is something that has started to happen. And yeah,
like,
trying to encourage people to stay away from actual real protein, like animal protein. And they're like just printing fake protein.
oh, it's
consumption.
like, it's not like just pictures of it. It's like food
No,
people
it's
can eat.
it's for consumption. Yes.
So it looks like protein, but it isn't.
I mean, they'll say it's protein, but it's completely processed and manufactured. Who knows?
What on earth is this?
Who knows the kind of crap that you will absorb
In this?
along with that?
I mean, it's pretty, but some of it. My gosh. Yeah.
All right. That's it for me.
Okay.
I've been controversial enough.
Okay.
I had to stop myself. Could you see? That's why I had to stop. I was
Oh,
like,
I
"Ah."
could see. No, I could see where you were going. She was about to hop up on another soapbox, and she just was like, she put one leg up, and then she was like, let me get back down.
Just get out of here.
All right. My outs.
All right. Let's hear it.
Polka dots. I am not a huge fan of polka dots, especially
You'll do
large
barrel
ones.
pants. Not polka dots.
Especially large polka dots.
Sailor stripes we can deal with.
I don't like the horizontal stripes. I like the high-waisted navy pants with buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so ballet flats. I don't like ballet flats. I've seen a few of them start to pop their heads.
I don't think they ever left.
Well, they should have. Unless you're a dancer. Like the round-toed flat, ballet flat.
What do you wear instead?
Make all those toes pointy. Get a good loafer.
Oh. I've been eyeballing some loaves.
Get some mules.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to be like, these are goals again. Complaining. I'm catching myself doing it far too much at work.
Anybody complaining is out.
Anybody complaining is out. Number 4 out, stopping myself from feeling emotion. Can that be out?
That can be out.
Okay.
Stopping yourself.
Yeah.
You just say anybody trying to stop themselves,
From feeling emotion.
because you're not stopping yourself. You're actually suppressing it, which
Right.
just leads to more time in therapy.
Chaos later.
Yeah.
That's not saying like being run by emotion, but it's like I'm learning to let myself feel it. So
Yeah.
okay. Number 5, fear of people's opinions. God is the only one that matters. Making him proud is what comes primary. I listened to a sermon once and it hit me that sometimes we get fear of man and wisdom mixed up.
Ooh.
And those who often struggle with fear of man ask for it under the guise of wisdom.
mask it under wisdom, as
Yeah.
you said.
I was just rewording it, so I was making sense in my head. I was trying to reword it on the spot.
Those who often struggle with fear of man mask it under wisdom.
Yeah. So it's like, it can be like, oh, I'm just getting wisdom, when it's like, no, you actually care too much about what people think.
Okay.
And that's not saying like, don't ask for wisdom, but like where,
I can see that. Okay.
so, 6, oversharing. I almost did that the other day at work. Number 7, feeling,
Someone listening to this needs to understand the importance of oversharing and how you shouldn't do it. I can't believe you're just going to gloss over that.
well, I don't want to overshare. That was
You
a
wouldn't
joke.
have been oversharing.
I know, it was a
about
joke.
Oversharing. Okay. Anyway,
It was a play on words.
oversharing means we don't need to know all of the traumatic things that have happened to you within 2 minutes of meeting you.
All right.
Let's not do that.
Let's not do that.
Let's stop doing that.
Yeah.
If you're doing that, you probably shouldn't. Go get some therapy.
Don't trauma dump on people. Not
Exactly.
that people don't want to listen to you, but there's a difference, like Meryl said, in just dumping everything from the get-go.
Well, even when you are around trusted people, it's like make sure that the person that you want to share stuff with is in a space to receive that.
Right, because sometimes they might not be.
Because you don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah.
So they might not be in a place where they really have the capacity to listen
Yep.
to that. So it's
100%.
always just a good piece of advice.
Yeah. Number 7, feeling bad for enjoying time by myself. I've felt a lot of guilt with this one lately. So working on like not doing that.
Stop feeling bad for enjoying alone time.
Yeah.
Why?
Time by myself.
I love being alone.
Oh, I do too. And that's something that like.
And all the introverts sang together in one chorus.
No, but I think under the like, I think sometimes I felt so much guilt for it because, I think sometimes like even like carrying like just leadership roles and different things of
Okay.
how my time is like I should be doing more with people with my time in different ways. So I'm working on not feeling guilty for enjoying that time. I don't know because I'm just being honest.
I
I've
know.
carried guilt for that with that
That
for
is
a lot as
wild.
I've been trying to like I've been purposely trying to grow in that
That is
because I do
wild.
and I love time by myself.
Jesus took time by himself.
Yeah,
He had to get
Yeah.
away from people.
or not feeling like bad for doing it more. I guess I should say because I would do it, but not to the extent that I am now. And sometimes I catch myself being like, anyways.
I will never discourage you from spending
Your
alone
time.
time because I value it.
Yeah. Well, and there's times
So
too.
much.
It's like I feel
People
so,
drain me. It's not in a negative way, but like it's just I'm exhausted after spending a lot of time
Yeah.
around people.
and I've literally done like redone that because I've had so many people be like, "You're extrovert, you're extrovert." I'm like, at times, but there are times I am what do they call like an ambivert now or whatever, where it's like, I don't know.
Sure.
But I'm like, there's times where it's like if I am exhausted for days after.
I think you are an extrovert. I think that the issue is the underlying guilt you feel for taking time alone to recharge.
Yeah.
You're not you're overextending yourself
Yeah. Versus
because of
I
the
love
pressure.
people.
Because of the pressure.
Yeah.
Not just because you love people, but because you're a wonderful person and you are so good with people, but also you feel that pressure
Yeah.
to not spend time alone because of the guilt that you feel for that.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's
Yeah.
just my 2 cents.
No, that's good. Number 8, what's out? Doubting my relationship with the Lord and that I hear him. That's been a
yeah.
that's been a like, I'm not doing that anymore kind of thing.
Look at how much more
Um,
poised Maria's outs are. Much better than mine.
Well, my ends were, I got the outs, you got the ends.
Yeah.
Number 9, shrinking back out of making someone uncomfortable is out. Like just you let your light shine, and if someone gets uncomfortable by it, they get uncomfortable. by
Yeah.
it. Like
You have no
you have
control.
no control. This is a big one that I've been doing like a lot of like just reflecting lately, and just I've realized how much shame I have carried the past few years of how much I've changed since being divorced.
Yeah.
Because I'm not changing. I'm not quote unquote going back to who I was pre my husband.
Yeah.
Who I'm becoming is a different person
Right.
outside of that.
Yeah.
And some of it's new and some of it's like, oh, this wasn't who I was. And so I've carried a lot of like shame for feeling like, am I growing in the right ways?
Jeez.
And well,
Girl,
okay.
if I could just unravel your mind sometimes.
And number 11.
Sometimes it's good to evolve into a different
Oh,
person.
100%.
Just because people who knew a different version of you are uncomfortable with it does not mean that you're not growing correctly.
Right. No, it's a good point. But that's also where I get into the like letting go of people's opinions.
Yeah.
Like they're like it's tied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when it's like people's opinions that you like that hold weight to you.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
But
You
if those
sounded
be-
like
those should be relationships where they're recognizing like that you are not the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
you sounded like what's his name when you said, "Well, sure." What is his name?
Sounded like a dude.
He's a psychiatrist. I love listening to him speak. He's from Canada. He's always in dress suits. He's brilliant.
Oh, you're saying Jordan Peterson?
Yeah. That's what you sound like. Well, sure, because he says that sometimes. And number 11 is just cutting my social media
If
time.
only I had the knowledge and intelligence
That man's
and wisdom of that man.
intelligent. But yeah, cutting my social media time. I just noticed I don't compare as much, and I just
good.
like nixing that.
Too much time on social media is out.
Yeah, too much time on social media is out. Yeah. But those are my ins and my outs.
Those are the ins and outs, everyone.
2025, you're in and you're out.
What do you guys think of those? Does anyone want to get mad at me for stuff that I've said?
Does anyone want to get mad at Meryl for telling me that my ins are goals?
Leave us a comment about it, because I'll hear about it and I'll laugh too. So,
can we talk about something funny today?
Sure.
So Meryl was asking me a question today about something, and she sent me a screenshot circled, and I was like, it made me cackle. I was like, oh yeah, I misread that.
Anyway,
it was funny.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know why that just popped in my head.
Well,
okay.
It's a fun little story.
Okay.
Take care of yourself, and
we'll see you guys later.
Keep the ins in and the outs out.
And not the belly buttons.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.